Today's August 13th, 2013. Wanted to just give you a little bit of an update on what's happened probably since the last time I spoke to you. In our personal life, we've had a lot of changes. We've had to do some traveling to get visas. Our visa extension was extended until October, so that's 2 more months that we can stay in the country without any problems. Also in October we will have to renew. At that point in time, I'm really hoping we'll have the documentation in place for a residency visa, and that'll be a little bit more expensive, but at least we won't have to renew. That residency visa will be a permanent immigrant visa. So we're praying for that immigrant status. In way of the seminary itself, we will begin formal training will begin September 2nd, the first Monday. We'll be going through Grudem's systematic theology lectures, and we also have a complimentary reading, and I think it's in Strong's, Hodge, Voss, and B.B. Warfield. Between now and then, we're reviewing the Frame lectures. You may recall it took them about a year to get through John Frame's lecture series on Christian apologetics. We are looking more to get through about every 10 or 12 weeks to be able to complete one of these classes. So that would kind of speed up the process again. We do have as far as we can tell, a formal answer from our Bukidnon pastors. We had 4 pastors in the mountain in Bukidnon. With the removal of the coordinator that was here when I came, I removed that person from having any authority in the seminary, and he has close ties to those Bukidnon pastors, and so the Bukidnon pastors have decided that they are not going to continue with us as well, which is fine. They do have a student covenant with us that in the event that they resign, they are to return their materials, so we're still waiting on them to return those tablet computers that we gave them so that we can make those available to other students. At this point in time, we have 9 students. We had 9 students that went through orientation with us. Our orientation was a few weeks back here in Cagayan de Oro, and so we had the pastors who leave. Instead of having 11 students, now we have 9, so we lost 6 and picked up 4, and that's just fine. There's also maybe 3 or 4 others who are interested who were not able to come to the orientation, and so we may offer a second orientation. But I'm looking forward to starting Systematic Theology 1. The men will listen to 3 or 4 lectures a week on their own. They'll pursue the reading materials on their own, and then we'll meet every 2 weeks to discuss it together, at least for a season until they get more comfortable with the format of the lectures and working on their own. Eventually they may not even require meeting every 2 weeks. We're still having Thursday night fellowship at my home. This usually begins at 2 and sometimes goes till 6, 7, 8:30 at night. The men just stay. We try to provide snacks and sometimes even dinner for them. And we have discussions on various topics. We are going through TULIP right now. Last Thursday we went through unconditional election and had some good discussions about that. This coming Thursday, which will be in 2 more days, we will be talking about limited atonement. We may spend 2 or 3 weeks just talking about limited atonement. On a news level, we were able to get a little extra funds this past month, a one-time love gift from Camp Branch Baptist Church. That's really a blessing. We took that love gift that they gave us and we used it as a deposit on a rental place. So we had to have a 1-month deposit and pay 2 months in advance, and so we consumed all of that to be able to rent a building. The building is absolutely necessary. The church plant with Pastor Ben has outgrown his living quarters. My living quarters are not sufficient to support the number of people we have. We have a minimum of 14, sometimes as much as 18 people. And so that's very good for a church plant that's just brand new. We are in a key area there, and they're doing some renovation on the interior of the building now to open it up for us so that we can have one large classroom or meeting place for the church. The church will meet there, and BES students will meet there. We also have some ministry outreach we'll be doing through that building. Possibly in the future I'll be doing some one-day teaching conferences on various topics, maybe some evangelism and apologetics types topics. For example, we may deal with Roman Catholicism, we may deal with some of the cults and some of the teaching there that we can open up. Also, this will provide a living quarters for Pastor Ben and his wife. The last year, they have kind of been in a limbo and a place to live. Their place that they're staying at right now is not stable. It's actually up for sale, and they've had a couple of offers already on the place. So it was very timely that we were able to get this quarters. So in the back of the church and classrooms, they will actually have a living quarters there, and they'll have a place to stay at least for the next year while we continue to hope to be able to support him. He is our first missionary that we'll be directly supporting. Things are going well here. We are safe. Everything is fine. Thank you for your support. Please keep us in your prayers as we move forward to some more ministry opportunities coming up, possibly in September. God bless. Thanks.